Okay, once again, I'm back. Um, I've been busy, work, school. I got so much responsibilities, excuse me. But this is just a video, just, me talking about the Michelle situation. And people could say and be like, oh, I'm dragging it. It's because that movie really touched me. That is actually one of my favorite movies alongside with Pretty in Pink, Boys in the Hood. And this movie touched me so much is because I feel for Michelle. I have so much empathy for her. And Domestic Violence Awareness Month is coming up in October. And this movie was so freaking touching. And I just was recently watching like old episodes of R&B Divas LA, and I used to watch that show when I was younger. And now that I'm older, I'm looking at it differently, especially as me being an aspiring social worker. And I was watching several interviews of Michelle also, and it really dawned on me that she's really not all there mentally. And I'm gonna just talk about the reunion special with season 3, and pretty much how Little Mo and Wendy Williams was attacking her, and everyone was talking about her addiction. Now, Wendy Williams, she did say, I can't remember if this was on season 2 reunion show, but anyways, Wendy Williams was saying that black people, they don't take therapy that easily. They see that their uncle is drunk at a Thanksgiving table and they still let him be drunk. Well, guess what? You were a freaking hypocrite because you pretty much was dogging Michelle at that freaking reunion show as well. And this goes out for all the people out there saying that she might be lying about this. Now, listen, Dr. Dre is a woman beater. He admitted that he whooped D Barnes' ass. He admitted it. Like the words came out of his mouth. He spoke about it in his defiant ones without a half-ass apology. Now with the Michelle situation, it's an allegation because she never called the cops on him. That is one time a man deserves to go to jail for. I'm not all for calling the cops, but that is one time a man deserves to go to jail for. If you were getting beat by your man, you have every right to call the cops on him because it is a life or death situation. You don't sit around and let no man beat on you and you don't call the cops on his ass. Are you crazy? So that's just, my opinion on that. But the situation that really got to me is that you can see that Michelle is very insecure, and she obviously has, anxiety and depression, and she did say that. That's why she takes antidepressants and other psych meds. I just feel like a lot of people were not being empathetic towards her about that. And that's another thing too is that she was very naive when she got with him. She was impressionable. She was 17. He was in his 20s. Now, that is a decent age because it's both in the same young adulthood, adolescent. Because when I took one of my courses, that age group is the same, for adolescents. And he knew what to say to get into her head and all of that stuff because she was impressionable and she was pretty much taught wrong things. But the thing that got to me is that people really think that she's lying, and I'm glad that she's coming out with her new movie or documentary this October. Don't hold it against me. I think it's October 22nd. Of course, I'm going to watch that. Even if I got to go to work, I'm going to tell somebody to record that so I can watch it. Because I really do want to watch it. And, the thing is that, you know, with Miss Chalet, like I said, I kind of went off and I spazzed out in the last video when she said that she will definitely go in the recording studio with him. I mean, obviously she's always gonna have love for Dre because that's her child's father. But she has to understand something. He moved on and he don't care about her like that anymore. And I hope that she really moved on in her heart, mind, body, soul, spirit from that man because he did nothing good for her, and she should not be dwelling on him or Suge Knight or anything, that she thought that was love with him, because they both used her. And I hate this word, but I was, it is true. She was with two fucked up niggas. She was with two men that who really did not give a shit about her, and it was very sad. And I was watching, like, two other reviews, and I was watching from a female's point of view. Of course, they mad with Dre, and I was watching from a man's point of view. And I understand. That's why I said in the first video I posted that, I did have mixed emotions about it. Listen, abuse is very complex. Like I said, domestic violence is just a very complex. It's very complicated. It's not cut and dry. A woman should not be hitting a man, and a man should not be hitting a woman. Period. That is unacceptable. It is foul. It's disgusting. So my whole thing is that people want to say she made herself seem like she was innocent in the movie. I wouldn't say that, because she showed her flaws. She did show her flaws with the substance abuse, her partying around her son, and everything. But that's why I said, another reason why too I do have mixed emotions about it, because we don't know the full story. There's three sides to every story: her story, Dre's story. Well, I guess I should say four sides of the story: Suge's story, and the freaking truth. Regardless of whatever scandalous thing she did to Dre or Suge, none of them should never put their hands on her. Her getting with Suge Knight and her and Dre was beefing, I don't agree with that. But Dre is a hoe too. And there's a lot of double standards with that. But, you know, I don't know why she did it. But that's the thing, is that the thing that got me in the movie was when, she brought her son to the party, and pretty much the guy was shooting up in the party, and she spoke about this in Wendy Williams, that I would take my son everywhere. He was my party buddy. She people want to say she has an innocent, but she showed that she was not a good mother, and that really was not a good thing for her to do. You don't ever put your child in dangerous situations like that. And I think she was owning up to that in the movie. And then some things I could see too, like the whole situation was that when she came inside the studio twisted, and she pretty much was begging Dr. Dre to help her, to go to rehab, that she needed help. It was Dr. Dre's responsibility to make sure that she was straight, because they were fiance, they were engaged, and he was supposed to make sure that she was straight. But she also brought it upon herself, because she allowed Suge to see her weak points. She allowed Suge to see the weak points in the relationship, so he was plotting against her. You have to observe how people treat others. If Suge out here treating everybody fucked up, he gonna treat you fucked up too. So when she walked inside the studio pretty much like stumbling, and Jay was like, don't you see that I'm recording? Don't you see I'm with an artist? I feel like, you gotta look at it from different points of view, is that wasn't the time and place for her to be doing that. So that's why I said, like, their relationship, it was very complex. There's many parts that we don't know, but domestic violence is not okay. He should have hit her. He never should have done it. And that's the same thing for Suge. Regardless of whatever, she done, or whatever, she did to him, whatever scandalous things was going on, that is unacceptable. That's it.